Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that the most ordinary-looking nickels in your pocket could be worth thousands of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're unlocking the hidden value behind 4 Jefferson Nickels, coins from 1961, 1962, 1965, and 1968, that people overlook every single day, but collectors are desperate to get their hands on. The most stunning hidden treasures of American coinage. The 1961 Jefferson Nickel with no mint mark. You may have seen this coin lying around in your spare change jar or tucked away in an old family drawer. But what if I told you that this ordinary-looking coin might just be a golden ticket, worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? The 1961 Jefferson Nickel was struck in Philadelphia, which is why there is no mint mark on these coins. Back then, Philadelphia mint coins didn't carry a mint mark, making it easy to distinguish them from nickels struck in Denver or San Francisco. But while many were minted, over 76 million to be exact, not all were created equal. And among these millions, there are a few elite pieces that have collectors rushing to pay premium prices. This coin features the iconic image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side, a design created by the legendary sculptor Felix Schlag. The reverse side boasts Jefferson's beloved Monticello estate, capturing a piece of history and architecture in one small, powerful image. The craftsmanship and historical significance of this coin alone already make it desirable to collectors. But what truly sets some of these 1961 nickels apart, what gives them massive value, is their grade, strike, and condition. A Jefferson nickel from 1961 without a mint mark that has been preserved in nearly perfect condition, graded MS66 or higher, can be worth a staggering amount of money. Some of these coins have fetched over $3,000 at auction. Yes, you heard that right, over $6,000 for a single nickel. Why is it worth so much? The reason lies in rarity. While millions were minted, very few survived the passage of time in pristine, untouched condition. Most circulated nickels got scratched, worn, and damaged. But those that remained flawless, especially with a strong strike and full steps on Monticello, are now incredibly scarce and command a huge premium in today's collector market. And let's not forget the historical context. 1961 was a time of immense cultural and political change in the United States. America was in the heart of the Cold War. John F. Kennedy had just taken office, and the civil rights movement was building momentum. A coin from this era is more than metal, it's a piece of living history. Collectors worldwide are constantly on the lookout for top-tier 1961 Jefferson Nickels with no mint mark. Online auctions, estate sales, and rare coin shows often see bidding wars erupt when a high-grade piece appears. In recent years, the demand has only surged, and the market value continues to climb. And here's the real kicker. You might already own one of these treasures without even knowing it. That humble nickel in your change could be worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars, depending on its grade and condition. All it takes is a little knowledge, a magnifying glass, and some luck. If your 1961 Jefferson nickel shows sharply defined steps on Monticello, it's called a full steps nickel, and that alone can boost its value dramatically. Combine that with an MS66 or MS67 grade, and you've got a coin that's incredibly rare and extremely desirable to collectors across the globe. Imagine selling a nickel for more than a brand new iPhone, or turning a small draw discovery into a $7,000 or $8,000 payday. That's the dream we're talking about today, and it's 100% possible if you find the right specimen. This is why you should never overlook those old coins. The 1961 Jefferson Nickel is a shining example of how small pocket change can lead to big money. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby. It can be a life-changing investment if you know what to look for. So, if you come across a 1961 nickel with no mint mark, don't toss it aside. Instead, examine it carefully. Check for a strong strike, brilliant luster, and those coveted full steps. If it meets the right criteria, you could be holding one of the most valuable nickels ever made in modern US history. Ladies and gentlemen, the world of numismatics is full of hidden gems, and the 1961 Jefferson Nickel is without question one of the most thrilling. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, this coin represents the magic of discovery and the possibility of fortune. Don't wait. Check your change, explore your coin jars, and get those nickels evaluated. Your next big win might be closer than you think. This 1961 Jefferson Nickel with no mint mark could very well be your key to thousands of dollars. Next up, The 1962 Jefferson Nickel with no mint mark. You may have seen this nickel hundreds of times and never imagined that it holds potential value far beyond its 5-cent face. But the truth is, this humble coin could one day be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, and in some rare cases, it already is. The 1962 Jefferson Nickel was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. During that time, coins produced at the Philadelphia facility did not carry any mint marks. At first glance, the coin may look like any other nickel, but hidden in the details is the possibility of serious value. For collectors and coin enthusiasts, this specific year and type represents both history and potential. The coin features the familiar profile of Thomas Jefferson, America's third president, on the obverse. The reverse shows his legendary Monticello estate. Both sides of the coin were designed by the talented Felix Schlag, and since its first minting in 1938, the Jefferson Nickel has become a cornerstone of American coinage. However, the 1962 version, specifically those with no mint mark, have captured unique attention due to their rarity in top condition. While the Philadelphia Mint struck more than 97 million of these nickels in 1962, only a very small fraction have survived in perfect mint state, especially with full steps detail on the reverse. Coins that show all 6 full steps on Monticello are incredibly rare and command huge premiums on the collector market. What makes these coins so valuable is their condition and strike quality. A 1962 Jefferson Nickel with no mint mark in average circulated condition might not seem like much at first, but when found in a high mint state grade like MS66 or MS67, it can be worth up to $4,000 or more at auction. And if it features full steps, the value only skyrockets from there. Currently, the record sale for a 1962 Jefferson Nickel with no mint mark and full steps is over $5,100, sold at a top-tier auction house. This is no ordinary sale. It's a clear indication of how intense the demand is for flawless examples of this coin. Collectors know just how rare high-grade specimens are, and they're willing to pay top dollar to get them. Even now in 2025, these nickels continue to gain attention as more collectors enter the market, searching for elusive high-grade Jefferson Nickels. The rising interest in vintage American coins means the future value of this 1962 nickel could climb even higher. As fewer high-grade examples remain in circulation or untouched, scarcity will push prices up even more. What's especially fascinating is that many people are sitting on these coins without realizing their worth. Coin jars, old wallets, and inherited collections often hold forgotten nickels from the early 60s. If you take the time to check their condition and verify them with a grading service, you might be surprised at what you uncover. So, can this 1962 nickel with no mint mark become more valuable in the future? Absolutely. The coin market is driven by rarity, condition, and demand, all 3 of which apply here. As high-grade examples become harder to find, prices are only expected to increase. Experts and dealers agree. Now is the time to search, grade, and hold on to these coins. Many serious collectors are already investing in Jefferson Nickels with strong strike quality and clean surfaces. Coins from this era, especially those in brilliant uncirculated condition, are being locked away in private collections, reducing the supply and making each remaining specimen even more desirable. If you're lucky enough to find one in your possession, especially in a higher grade or with full steps detail, you should absolutely have it professionally graded. The difference between a raw coin and a graded MS66 full steps example could be worth thousands of dollars. Imagine turning a small coin that's been overlooked for decades into a valuable piece of your financial future. Whether you decide to sell it today for up to $8,000 or hold on to it while its value grows, the 1962 Jefferson Nickel could be one of the smartest discoveries you'll ever make. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't underestimate the power of pocket change. Behind every coin is a story, a history, and a chance at hidden wealth. The 1962 Jefferson Nickel with no mint mark is not just a relic of the past. It's a gateway to real, tangible value in the present and future. Start your search today, because that one coin sitting quietly in your home might just be the one that changes everything. And remember, valuable coins aren't always gold or silver. Sometimes they're nickels with history, rarity, and the right touch of perfection. Next up, the 1965 Jefferson Nickel with no mint mark. While it may appear like an ordinary coin at first glance, This nickel holds the potential to be extremely valuable under the right conditions. Collectors are on the lookout, and today we'll uncover exactly why this coin is making headlines in the numismatic world. The 1965 Jefferson Nickel was minted during a turning point in U.S. coinage history. That year marked the beginning of major changes at the U.S. Mint. Due to a coin shortage in the early 1960s, the Mint decided to remove mint marks from all coins between 1965 and 1967. That's why every 1965 nickel you see has no mint mark, regardless of where it was made. But don't let that fool you into thinking they're all common. Although over 136 million 1965 nickels were produced, only a small number have survived in pristine condition. These few coins, those that boast stunning surfaces, strong strikes, and uncirculated brilliance, are now incredibly sought after. Collectors and investors across the United States and beyond are constantly searching for high-grade 1965 nickels with full details and perfect finishes. The design of the Jefferson Nickel has remained consistent since 1938, with the portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his historic Monticello home on the reverse. Created by sculptor Felix Schlag, this design has become an American classic. But while the design remained unchanged in 1965, the attention it receives today is anything but ordinary. So, how many people want to buy this coin? The answer is a lot. Coin dealers, auction houses, private collectors, and online marketplaces regularly report a high demand for high-grade examples. With the rising interest in 1960s-era coins, the Jefferson Nickels of this period have grown in popularity, and the 1965 edition is one of the most watched. And what is its current value? While circulated examples might be easy to find, the truly valuable 1965 Jefferson Nickels are those in mint state condition, especially those with the full steps designation. These coins have sold for as much as $3,200 at auction. That's right, just one small coin, if perfectly preserved, can fetch over $3,000 in the current market. The value continues to increase as fewer high-grade specimens are available. Coins from this era were not often saved in uncirculated condition. Most were spent and used in everyday life, so those that remain untouched are considered rare gems. And as time moves on, they only become harder to find. What's remarkable about the 1965 Jefferson Nickel is not just its potential value today, but its future possibilities. As collectors continue to build full-date sets of Jefferson Nickels, the demand for earlier, high-quality coins like the 1965 version will only grow. This means the price ceiling has not yet been reached. It could continue climbing well beyond the current highs. You might wonder why this nickel, from a year without silver and without a mint mark, is considered valuable. The answer lies in rarity by condition. It's not about the metal, it's about quality. If your 1965 nickel has bright surfaces, no signs of wear, and clear definition in Monticello's steps, it could be worth far more than its face value. Auction houses have confirmed the rising demand. Collectors are outbidding each other for top-graded Jefferson Nickels. PCGS and NGC, two of the most trusted coin grading companies, have only certified a limited number of 1,965 nickels in MS66 or higher with full steps. That rarity drives intense competition and rising prices. And this is where it gets even more exciting. There are still countless 1965 nickels out there that have never been checked, never been graded, and may still be sitting in old collections, forgotten drawers, or changed jars. You could be holding one right now and not even know it. It only takes a few minutes to look and see if your coin stands out. Many people are surprised when they discover that their everyday coins could be worth thousands. The 1965 Jefferson Nickel proves that even the smallest objects can carry massive value. It represents opportunity, an opportunity to turn 5 cents into thousands of dollars with the right coin in the right condition. And don't forget the history behind this coin. It was produced during a time of cultural shift, technological progress, and political change. That historical significance only adds to the interest. Collectors love coins that tell a story, and the 1965 nickel tells one of resilience, transition, and evolution in American currency. Imagine being able to sell a coin like this for a few $1,000s. Whether you're looking to cash in or simply grow your collection, the 1965 Jefferson Nickel offers both financial reward and historical satisfaction. Every coin hunter dreams of that one perfect find, and this might be yours. So, ladies and gentlemen, If you have a 1965 nickel with no mint mark, check it carefully. Look for full steps on Monticello. Look for sharp details, clean surfaces, and original luster. If you spot those qualities, it could be your lucky day. This is more than just a nickel. It's a hidden treasure, a coin that proves how overlooked change can lead to incredible value. Keep hunting, keep learning, and always believe that your next big discovery could be right in your hands. Next up, the 1968 Jefferson Nickel. This isn't just another piece of loose change. This coin holds real historical weight and surprising monetary potential. If you own one, or are thinking of buying one, pay close attention, because the 1968 Jefferson Nickel might be a lot more valuable than you ever expected. The 1968 Jefferson Nickel was struck at the Denver Mint, which is identified by the D mint mark on the coin's obverse, to the right of Thomas Jefferson's portrait. During this time, the United States Mint was adjusting to changes in coin production following the removal of silver from dimes and quarters just a few years earlier. Even though the nickel continued to be made with 75% copper and 25% nickel, the focus shifted to increasing efficiency and producing coins in large quantities. Despite the massive mintage of over 91 million coins at the Denver Mint in 1968, very few of these nickels survive today in perfect condition. That's what makes the coin truly special. It's not just age or mintage, but quality and preservation that determine its worth. The coins that remain in top mint state condition, particularly those that display full steps on the Monticello building, are now incredibly rare and in high demand. The Jefferson Nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Its design, created by artist Felix Schlag, is a tribute to Thomas Jefferson and his beautiful Monticello estate. By 1968, the design had been in circulation for 30 years, and coins from this period offer collectors a challenge when searching for examples with precise details and flawless surfaces. That's especially true for coins from the Denver Mint that year, which often show weaker strikes. What makes the 1968 Jefferson Nickel stand out in today's market is how difficult it is to find high-grade specimens, especially with the full steps designation. When a coin shows 5 or 6 clearly separated steps on Monticello, collectors pay significant premiums. In fact, some of these high-grade full steps 1968 nickels have sold for over $4,500 at major coin auctions. That's right. This little 5-cent coin, if preserved correctly and professionally graded, can reach prices upwards of $5,500. It's a stunning fact that surprises both new collectors and seasoned investors. And what's more, the interest in 1960s-era Jefferson Nickels continues to grow as collectors seek to complete full sets and upgrade their existing coins. You may be wondering, where can I buy a 1968 Jefferson Nickel? The best places to find them are online auction sites, like eBay and Heritage Auctions, or at coin shows and reputable dealers. Look for listings that include certified grading by PCGS or NGC to ensure you're buying a genuine high-grade specimen. If you're hunting raw coins, always examine them closely for full steps and signs of uncirculated condition. And where can you sell one if you're lucky enough to own it? Again, major auction platforms, coin conventions, and direct sales through certified dealers are the most profitable options. If your coin is graded and shows top-tier quality, don't settle for a lowball offer. Know its potential and ask for the premium it deserves. Should you keep the coin or sell it? That depends on your goals. If you believe in long-term investment, a 1968 Jefferson Nickel in high grade could be a smart asset to hold onto. The scarcity of full steps nickels from this date means prices may continue rising in the future, especially as more collectors build complete sets with a focus on quality. And yes, sealing your coin is crucial if you want to preserve its full value. The best way to do this is by submitting it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Once your coin is slabbed in a protective holder and given a certified grade, it becomes far more valuable to collectors. A certified MS66 or MS67 1968 with full steps can be a real prize in the market. There is real excitement and energy around coins like the 1968 Jefferson Nickel. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of American history. Every detail, from Jefferson's noble portrait to the architectural beauty of Monticello, captures the spirit of a nation. And holding one in near-perfect condition is like owning a preserved moment in time. More and more collectors around the world are realizing the value locked in vintage US coinage. The Jefferson Nickel series is seeing a revival of interest, and coins like the 1968 D are moving into the spotlight. If you have one in your collection, take a second look. It could be much more valuable than you ever imagined. Don't overlook your old change jars, your inherited collections, or that one coin you put aside years ago. The 1968 D Jefferson Nickel is out there, waiting to be found, and it may be worth thousands of dollars if it's in the right condition. So, ladies and gentlemen, take the time to examine your coins, understand what makes them valuable, and appreciate the incredible stories they tell. The 1968 D Jefferson Nickel is not just a coin. It's a rare collectible with rising value, timeless design, and the power to turn 5 cents into a fortune. Thank you for joining us today. Keep your eyes open, stay curious, and never stop hunting for hidden treasure in your pocket change. Because one small coin could hold big surprises.